Tracking, always alerting. Here's your Storm Track 15 weather.
Welcome back. Time now at 5:16. Nicholas may have made landfall in Texas, but it's expected to bring some heavy rain to Acadiana. Let's get the latest from Storm Track 15 meteorologist Adam Olivier. Adam, good morning.
Good morning, Alex. Yeah, we are closely monitoring what is now Tropical Storm Nicholas. If you're just waking up, it did briefly become a hurricane right at landfall in Texas, and now it's starting to really weaken. You can see that those deep colors on satellite are fading, and we're starting to get more oranges and reds rather than that darker red to almost black color, which tells us this isn't strengthening, and that's because it is on land. Still powerful though, as of 4 a.m., 70-mile-per-hour winds, and it's moving towards the north-northeast at 9 miles per hour, but it's going to slow up even more. So as we take a look at radar, a couple things I want to point out. Notice the western side void of any showers and storms, but there are still flash flood warnings, all from the earlier rain that fell this morning. And this band in particular right here is going to be dumping a lot of rain in parts of not only Texas but Louisiana. For us, my concern is this band that is formed up here across our area. And not only for the threat of flooding, but also for the threat of tornadoes. So a closer look at this. Each one of these little pockets of red here, not only indicating some very heavy rain, that's also indicating a mini supercell. And those are the ones that are capable of spinning up quick little tornadoes here. So you have to be alert for that. Of course, if we have any of those, we're going to bring those to you here on News 15. But right now, no tornado warnings, no flash flood warnings. But notice how this band is not moving. That is a concern. There's no east to west movement with it. It's just building towards the north. This is where we're going to start running into problems with that flood concern through the day today. Our Futurecast shows that that band just kind of hangs out and the heavy rain continues through 10 o'clock this morning. Now, this Futurecast model does show a break starting to show up by 10 o'clock in portions of, say, Jennings and back out into Jeff Davis and Acadia and Vermilion parishes before another round of very heavy rain arrives later on this afternoon, and that continues into the overnight hours. So you can see by 5 o'clock, still tracking that heavy rain threat. The center is still back off to the west. And then eventually, well, we see that center starting to slide eastbound, but that heavy rain continuing into the nighttime hours. And then we see another round of this building back up as we head into the early morning on your Wednesday. Again, that tornado threat continuing along with the flood threat. And then here comes that center, a very weakened system, but finally getting closer towards us so that eventually by Wednesday afternoon, things should start settling down. Although this Futurecast model does show that we'll be dealing with more of that heavy rain threat, at least through the daylight hours, before it can finally push off to the east. How much rain are we talking about? It's very likely between now and, say, Wednesday afternoon, portions of the area will see upwards of 10 inches of rain, some spots nearing 20 inches. You can see our Futurecast model picking up on over a foot of rain in places. And if that all falls within a 2-3 hour period, we're going to have some big flooding concerns out there. But it generally, across the area, 5 to 8 inches of rain, a good estimate of what we have going forward. A flash flood watch is in effect through 6 p.m. on Wednesday for the entirety of Acadiana. The next few things I want to show you, the Weather Prediction Center puts out these flood potential, the flood threat for the area, and they have gone ahead and added a high risk for Lake Charles and south into Cameron Parish. That is likely to get extended eastward today because they are talking about upwards of 20 inches of rain in some parts of the area, and that is going to cause a lot of flooding. That's for today. Now, it's likely going to get shifted eastward, just like what we have with that flood potential for tomorrow, a moderate risk across Acadiana. And so that flood threat is going to be continuing in your forecast. So we do have the heavy rain threat. You can see Tuesday, Wednesday, and some scattered showers and storms there by Thursday. But the real deal is, as we go forward in time, you really need to pay attention to the forecast here going forward as we track more of those showers and storms, the heavy rain potential across the area. That's what we're most concerned with through the rest of today and into at least through tomorrow. We're going to have more on this throughout the next few hours and as things continue to develop, so you want to stay tuned to News 15 for the latest.
Okay, absolutely, Adam. We will. We'll check back here shortly. Well, coming up as we